starring June Lockhart, Hugh Riley, Jon Provost as Timmy, and, of course, Lassie.
I guess we scared her.
Hello. Well, what do you call this beauty?
Her name's Lassie.
Well, Lassie, how do you do? I'm called Mr. Nicholson.
Hi, I'm Timmy. Timmy Martin.
Well, hello, Timmy. I see you're feeding the birds at the Christmas season. Well, that's a very nice thing you're doing, my boy.
Yeah, they go hungry because they can't find any food because of the snow.
Yes, I know.
Hey! I guess she isn't afraid anymore.
Huh? Oh, Holly, did you think I'd forgotten you? Huh? Here. Well, I'll never forgive you, old friend.
Mr. Nicholson, are you a mender of toys?
Yeah, that's what I am, son. There aren't very many of us left.
Boy, we could really use you for the toy roundup.
Oh?
Well, you see, my mom and some of the other ladies at church, well, they're gathering up old toys and fixing them for the kids at the Children's Hospital in Capital City. There's a whole bunch of stuff in our barn. There's a lot of fixing to be done.
Oh, well, I'd be very glad to assist your ladies, Timmy. I'll offer them my services tomorrow. But for today, Holly and I have come an awful long ways, and we'll have to leave you now and seek out a place to spend the night. And it's been a great pleasure making your acquaintance, Timmy. And you too, Lassie.
Mr. Nicholson, why don't you come home with us? And I'll ask Mom if she can fix you a bed. And Holly can sleep in the barn.
Well, we'd be indebted to you. The barn would be fine for Holly and for me, too, because I've got a bed in the wagon, you know.
Well, we've pushed Mr. Nicholson's wagon into the barn. I think he'll be comfortable in there. He and Timmy are getting Holly settled.
Good. You know, Mr. Nicholson's such an unusual man. His manners and the way he speaks, almost as though he's from another century.
And that quaint wagon. And the donkey. Come on now. Want me to help you dish up?
Oh, yes, if you will, please. Oh, my goodness. I've only baked 3 potatoes. Well, now, look, when we sit down, I'll just say I don't want any. And don't you offer me yours, you hear?
All right. these Christmas preparations are making you absent-minded.
Mr. Nicholson.
Thank you. Nippy, isn't it, huh?
Here, let me have your coat.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Mr. Nicholson, dinner's all ready.
Good.
I've got to feed Lassie.
Oh,
Here, girl. Eat up.
Oh. Mmm. Sugar and spice. The perfumes that herald Christmas.
My mom's been baking all week.
Oh.
She's the best cook in the whole world.
oh, Timmy.
Oh, it's evident to my eyes and my nose that the lad is perfectly right. Everything is so beautiful and so plentiful.
Well, I know it does seem like a lot, but I really enjoy baking for Christmas.
Sure. And giving it away. She can bake enough to supply the whole town.
Well, half the fun is sharing it.
And then our Christmas Eve party, you ought to see those cookies disappear.
Well, as your mother says, half the fun is to share.
Mr. Nicholson, won't you sit over here?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
We ask thy blessing, O Lord, on all seated around this table. We thank thee for the food we are about to receive. Amen.
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 Amen. Do your travels take you all over the country, Mr. Nicholson?
Oh, all over this country and through many lands. You know, there's never a shortage of toys to be mended wherever there are children.
I'm sure of that.
Have you ever spent Christmas in some foreign place, Mr. Nicholson?
Oh, many a Christmas has found me in faraway places, Timmy. For instance, I was once in a village where the children's gifts were brought to them by a little old lady and a little old man. And they're called Mother Christmas and Father Christmas. And they bring the gifts to the children. And in return, each child gives a present to Mother Christmas and Father Christmas. But the gift must be made by the child himself.
Oh, what a lovely custom.
Please tell us some more, Mr. Nicholson.
Well, there are other places where the children put their shoes outside on the doorstep before they go to sleep on Christmas Eve. And sometime during the night, St. Nick's elves come and fill the shoes with presents. Because sometimes the very smallest children borrow their father's shoes for the occasion.
It seems to me that there are as many ways to celebrate Christmas as there are nationalities.
Ah, yes?
Please tell us some more, Mr. Nicholson.
Well, in some far-off places, especially in the cold and freezing regions, the blessedness of Christmas means not only giving to other people, but also sharing with the animals, both domestic and the wild. Just as you and Lassie were doing this afternoon. Only their custom is to use corn and grain instead of bread to feed the birds and the wood creatures.
Dad, the birds, they're not the only things going hungry because of the snow. Why can't we share Christmas with all of the wood animals?
How would we do that, son?
Well, we could have people donate hay and feed. And then we could take it out in the woods and spread it around, where it'd be easy for the deer and other animals to find it.
Well, I think that sounds like a grand idea.
And we can call it the Animals' Christmas Relief.
All right, son. You can take a sack of feed out of the barn in the morning and start the project.
Oh, gee, thanks, Dad.
I was hungered, and you gave me meat. Inasmuch as you have done this unto the least of these, you've done it also unto me.
Mr. Nicholson, if you don't have any other plans, we'd certainly enjoy having you spend the holidays with us.
Yes, we hope you can.
Well, thank you both. I'd be honored.
And we can start the Animal Christmas Relief the first thing in the morning.
Right.
Good.
Well, this is good, Mom.
Thank you.
Over there. That's it. We on the right road, Timmy?
Uh-huh. The Livermores live up a ways. I've been there 1,000,000 times.
Oh, good. Come on, Holly. Just a little more.
We'd like to collect and distribute every second or third day. So if it snows again, there won't be any food lost.
Sounds sensible. I guess you can count me in.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Livermore. We sure appreciate it.
Get you a sack of corn.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, sir. Bye. Okay, come on, Holly. Come on, Holly. Hats aboard. Hats, my friend. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa.
Hi, Mr. Krebs.
I've been expecting you. Suppose you're here to dun me out of some feed.
Well, we're collecting food for the wild animals, so they won't starve.
Yeah, I heard about it. Well, I ain't aiming to give you any feed. I take good care of my animals, and the wild ones can fend for themselves. That's the way nature intended it.
But how can they fend for themselves? Well, all their feeding grounds are being buried by the snow.
That's not my problem. As far as I'm concerned, animals was meant to earn their keep. Now, this is a lot of sentimental nonsense. And I'm not a sentimental man.
Not even in this season of sentiment, Mr. Krebs?
I got chores to do.
Well, let's go. Come on, Holly. Come on.
I'm sorry we wasted our time talking to him.
Oh, I think we gave Mr. Krebs something to think about. We may have even planted a seed in that lonely heart of his. Oh, yes, lonely. Why else should he act the way he does?
I think he's just a mean old man.
Oh, now, Timmy, don't be too hasty in your judgment. Mr. Krebs may yet open his heart to the joy of this blessed season.
Mom and Dad always tell me to think the best of somebody. But it's awful hard to think that of Mr. Krebs.
Yes, Holly.
What is it, Timmy?
Wolves, Dad. They look like wolves.
There haven't been any wolves around this area for years. They must be renegade dogs.
Good girl, Lassie. Come on, Lassie. Come on.
Oh, is that for the church tree?
Yes, this is for the Animal Christmas Project.
Oh.
You like it, Lassie?
You've certainly been a big help to us at the church.
Yeah. I don't know how the ladies' auxiliary got along without him. I was listening to them yesterday after I finished practicing for my solo. Should have heard them. Mr. Nicholson, do you think the reef should go over here? Or no, maybe it should go over there.
Oh, now, Timmy, they were just trying to be kind to a stranger.
Oh, not at all. I can't remember any Christmas when our church has looked as beautiful, thanks to you.
Oh.
Well, if you're ready, Mr. Nicholson, we better start collecting for the animals. I have to be at church early, so I can go over my solo again.
Oh, all right. I'll be with you in just a minute, Timmy.
Mom, are you expecting company?
Oh, goodness, I hope not. Not with all I have to do.
Hi, Mr. Livermore, Mr. Krebs.
Good morning, Timmy. Is your Father around?
Over here.
Morning, Paul.
How are you, Al? Well, Matt, how are you?
Hi.
I'm afraid we've got some bad news.
Well, I'll come right to the point. Because of your son's animal feeding project, I've lost some valuable livestock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Come on inside and we'll talk about it.
Well, all right.
Morning, Ruth.
Morning.
Miss Martin,
Oh, dear.
now last night, wolves raided my farm. They killed a bull calf and 2 of my best laying hens.
They raided my place, too, and the Johnstons.
Then you were right, Timmy. They were wolves. You know, they were here, too. And Lassie chased them away. It's funny, there haven't been any wolves around here for many years.
Well, we got them now. I seen them good and clear, and so did Livermore. The scent of the deer is what brought them here. Now, those feeding grounds have got to be stopped.
But if it's the deer they're after, why would they attack the farm animals?
Well, maybe the wolves were weak from hunger, Timmy, and, well, it's easier for them to go after the domestic animals. The deer can still run away from them.
Stop the feeding grounds, and the deer will be forced out of this area. Then the wolves will leave, too.
It was a very nice idea, Timmy, but just wasn't practical.
Al's right, Timmy. You'll have to stop the project.
That's all you can do, dear.
Excuse me.
May I, Mrs. Martin?
Yes.
Timmy, come into my wagon for a minute, will you? I want to show you something.
Okay.
Come right in, Timmy. Just let me clear this away a little. Make yourself at home. There we go.
Golly. It looks like Santa Claus's workshop.
Oh, I'm just one of his assistants.
Did you make all of these toys?
Oh, not make, mended. Don't you recognize any of this? These all come from the toy roundup.
But half of that stuff was just junk. And these look brand new.
Well, thank you. But I told you that I've had many years' experience at my trade.
I remember this. I collected it for Mom. But it didn't have a music box.
Well, it was very easy to put one in.
What does he do?
Just pet him.
Easy, Lassie. He's just a toy. Golly. I've never seen toys like these before.
Well, I've just given them a little added character.
Where did you learn to fix them like this?
Why, from the elves, of course. Now, all these are ready for the ladies at the church, so they can take them down to the children's hospital Christmas morning. You still thinking about the animal feeding project? Well, now, Timmy, sometimes plans fail. And because we thought they were good plans, it's difficult to accept disappointment. But in time, the grace of understanding is given us.
I know you're right, Mr. Nicholson, but I just wish the wolves had stayed away.
You're not the first one to wish that. The wolves appear in one form or another in every man's life. But each time it happens, there's a reason.
But how can there be a reason if all those animals are left to starve?
Timmy, sometimes God's ways are very difficult to understand. Sometimes they're impossible. But faith is more than just a word.
Give me a hand with the box, will you, dear?
Okay.
Is everything in here now, Mr. Nicholson?
Yes, this is the lot.
Oh, do you think they'll travel safely like this?
Oh, I'm sure they will, yes.
Oh, they really are remarkable. Paul, did you see this one?
Yeah, Mr. Nicholson showed them to me this morning. It made me feel just like a kid again.
You know, I have a good mind to go into town with you just to watch those ladies' faces when they see these.
Oh, no, Mom, you can't. Well, I mean, well, I'm having a final practice on my solo today, and, well, I might get nervous if somebody's listening.
Well, if you're nervous with me around, what are you going to do with a whole church full of people?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Oh, that's all right. I have to stay here anyway and get ready for the party. Lassie, they won't allow you in church, and I'm not wanted, so we'll just have to stay here. Come on. See you later. Come on, girl.
Bye, Mom.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now. Take care.
Thank you, Timmy.
Boy, for a minute there, I thought we were sunk.
Oh, I have a notion your mother knows we're going to pick up her presents.
I just didn't want her to see what I was getting her for Christmas. What are you getting, Mom, Dad?
None of your business.
Well, Paul, I got your packages all ready.
Fine.
Timmy, what can I do for you?
The pink silk umbrella. You know, the one you showed me last week.
Well, I'm sorry, Timmy. I sold that this morning. You know, when you didn't come back, I thought you changed your mind.
But I didn't have the money saved till now.
Look, Timmy, you can pick out another present for your mother. Come on, I'll help you look.
Dad, you know how hard it is for Mom to admit she really wants something. And I know she wants that pink silk umbrella.
You're awfully busy here, and sometimes at this season, the stock can get misplaced.
Oh, I'm sorry we took inventory this morning.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, would you take just one more look in the stockroom? It's possible.
All right, but I don't think it'll do any good.
Look, Timmy, we don't have much time. You have to get to church, and I've got some other errands to do.
Okay, Dad.
This one is one on me.
Oh, boy.
I don't see how I missed it this morning.
Well, those things sometimes happen.
And am I glad sometimes is this time.
Did you hear about the wolves, Paul?
Yeah, we heard.
Matt Krebs shot and killed one last night. Went over this morning to Capital City to pick up the bounty.
No.
Yeah, wounded another one, too. He got away. You know, a wounded wolf running around can be pretty dangerous. Timmy, you better keep Lassie out of the woods.
I will. And thanks, Mr. Washburn.
nobody out there. Here, go on. You just take a look. Lassie, come here. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. One of those wolves came back, and Lassie chased it off into the woods. She's been gone now, nearly 2 hours.
2 hours? Gosh, Dad, Lassie wouldn't stay away that long unless something's happened.
Well, we better take a look around. Timmy has to be back in church by 7, so we haven't got much time.
I'll come along with you.
All right. I better get my gun and a couple of flashlights. Here, dear, hold these, please.
Here, girl.
Lassie! Dad! Dad, look! It looks like blood. And it may be Lassie's.
Now, Timmy, don't jump to conclusions.
Oh, more than likely it was a wild animal lying there.
But if it is Lassie and she's hurt, well, she couldn't have gotten very far.
Look, Timmy, you and Mr. Nicholson go back to the house, over the ridge, and look there. I'll look along the base.
Come on, Timmy. You lead the way.
Okay.
Lassie! Lassie!
Timmy, are you ready, dear?
Almost, Mom. Amen.
Amen. Christmas to you. Thank you. Christmas stars, Timmy. They're full of promise.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes?
I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Washburn.
How do you do? How do you do?
I enjoyed your singing, Timmy.
Thank you, Mr. Krebs.
I heard your pa and Mr. Livermore talking about Lassie. I don't blame you for feeling bad. She's a fine worker and a good watchdog, too.
She was really more than that. I guess you wouldn't understand.
Well, how did she come to get lost?
She was chasing one of those wolves.
Well, that's funny. I killed that second wolf this afternoon.
Did you see Lassie?
No, I didn't, son.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Krebs.
Goodbye, Timmy.
And Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Same to you. Come on, Lassie, I'll take you home. Where did you get this, Lassie? Oh, you want to show me, huh? All right, I'll follow you. How many you got in there, Lassie? Is that all of them, Lassie? Well, come on, let's go.
Oh, here, dear, would you give me a hand and put these in the parlor on the table, please?
Okay, Mom.
Thank you. Take that in for me, would you, dear?
May I help?
Yes, please, Mr. Nicholson.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, here they come. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Timmy.
Thank you, Mr. Washburn.
Here's a little something for Lassie.
Where is she?
Why don't you put it under the tree, dear?
Okay, Mom. Lassie! It's Lassie!
Where was she? Well, she was on her way home when I ran across her. But really my fault that she got lost in the first place. Well, I didn't know... Cubs. I almost forgot about them. Lassie found them in a cave. I guess she got trapped in there with him by a snowslide that I guess I must have started.
Look, it's just freezing out here. Come on in, won't you, and join our Christmas party?
Oh, thank you,
good.
ma'am. I'd like to very much.
We have a big tree, lots to eat.
Well,
Poor little things. I bet they're hungry.
yes. Well, now, you better get inside and feed Lassie. I'll take care of the cubs.
Okay. Wait a second. There's one more.
Another one? Oh.
Here.
There we are. All right, in the house with the both of you.
Okay. Come on, girls. Come on, Lassie. Come on.
The only foolish one was me. Yes, sir, I think I've learned a little something from Timmy and Lassie and those cubs. Timmy?
Yes, sir?
It's a pretty small man who won't own up to his mistakes. Now, I was wondering if you'd let me help you start up your animal feeding fund again. I think I can persuade the other farmers to go along with it.
Gee, that'd be swell. I'm going to tell Mr. Nicholson right now. Come on, girls.
Timmy, your jacket. Oh, dear.
Oh, come on, Max. Come on and see our tree.
Yeah, thanks. Oh.
Mom? Mr. Nicholson's wagon's gone. And so are the cubs.
Gone? Well, that's strange.
Mom, why would Mr. Nicholson leave like that? Not even saying goodbye.
I don't know, dear. Maybe because he'd finished what he came to do.
Lassie acts like she sees something we don't. You know something, Mom? Mr. Nicholson said that we planted a seed that might open Mr. Krebs' heart. And it did.
Maybe we shouldn't worry too much about Mr. Nicholson's leaving. After all, his visit is something that we'll remember and cherish always. Come on, dear. We better go back in.
Mom, look. Look at the Christmas stars.
It's the happiest night of the year.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so